Happy Monday. This is Sheree from Executing My Exodus with our Monday Motivational Mental Health Moment. For the month of March, we are going to be dealing with fasting and praying. As we go into the month of March, I want to motivate you with this question. What do you want to march into and march out of? How can fasting and praying help you to get there? Listen, there are some things that are not going to come from talking to friends, family, or even your pastor. There are not things that money can give you the solution for. There are not even things that your status can give you the solution for. Sometimes when you really want God to move in your life on something radical, you have to fast and pray. So we're going to take baby steps for the month of March into fasting and praying. And for the month of March, I want to start off by asking, what are you trying to walk into and walk out of? What are we marching towards? What are we marching away from? And how can dedication to talking to the Father more consistently, and how it can pushing back our plate or taking away some things that we depend on, rely on, or enjoy, what are the things that we can sacrifice to show God, I'm really serious about this particular thing. I'm really committed to being closer to you. I'm really trying to hone in on this one goal. What can fasting and praying do for you in this season of March? When you're walking away from something and you need the will and the power to really walk away and stay away, how can you march out of some things, and how can you march into some things? What are the tools that you need, and how can you gather the tools that you need? Think about what you are believing and trusting in God for during this fasting and praying. And if it's nothing, that's fine. You can just do it just to realign yourself. But I want to motivate you and dare you and challenge you to think about those things. Think about those things that maybe you did in March of last year that you didn't finish. And maybe you really want to stay committed to it. Whatever it is, I challenge you to write it down. Record yourself talking about it. Think about it. Remind yourself about it. Mark it on your calendar. And let's start thinking of some things we can do to fast. Let's start thinking of some things that we can do either physically, mentally, things that we are normally accustomed to, things we may be too reliant on. Listen, it doesn't have to be food that you fast from. It could be anything. It could be social media. It could be talking on the phone. It could be going out to eat. It could be visiting a place that you always visit. It could be consumption of alcohol. It could be smoking. It could be gossiping. It could be going to this particular place all the time. It could be things in your personal life that you can set aside time for, that you normally like to do something else. Maybe not watching your favorite TV show. Something that's really going to cost you, that's going to pull from you, that you can deny your flesh from. That's really fasting. So I want to motivate you to think about that and how, your fasting and your prayer life, how does that coincide with you marching in and marching out of something? Let's do this together. Let's have a great Monday.